Welcome to the NZ Nomad Runner podcast, episode number 34. I'm Chris Lucas, your host and head run coach at CMF Running, home of epic one-on-one run coaching in the New Zealand and Australia-wide CMF Run Club. This week, I'm talking to Josh, Lloyd and Kendall Peacock, aka Coach Kendall at CMF. Both are on the organising team for the River Run Backyard Ultra, which is in 2 weeks, and we sit down and have a chat for about 20 minutes about River Run, the event, and coming up in 2 weeks, what to expect, the course, the lay of the land, and the sort of history of the event. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you as always to our one-on-one coached runners and our CMF Run Club members for all your support. Without you guys, making these kind of podcasts would not be possible. So thank you so much. And talk to you soon. Enjoy. Kendall and Josh, welcome to the podcast. Good to have you guys here.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, good to be here.
So River Run Backyard Ultra in its third year. We're about 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks away from event weekend. How's the prep coming along?
Yeah, really well. We've done most of the planning now. In year 3, there's we've got a bit of a process, kind of have an idea of what we're doing now, a little bit more than the last couple of years. So most of the pieces are coming together, and now it's time to get on site, tidy up the course, and set things up and let everyone throw down. Yeah,
awesome. And so, who is the team behind River Run? There's a few of you guys, eh?
I'm Josh. So I'm one of the team that started it here in its current format, and then we've got Kendall's here.
Yeah, hi Kendall.
Say hi, Kendall.
There's always me. I'm sort of third string, so I just do what I'm told and help out. But yeah, it's good to be part of the crew.
He's good like that, eh, Kendall? He's good like that.
Yeah. I think he's selling himself short there. Yeah, Kendall came on the team last year, and with his background in backyard ultras and being a local, he lives pretty close to the venue, and he's a handy man on the chainsaw and the weed whacker prior to the event, and so now he's a core part of the team. And then the other main person is my brother-in-law, Mike Courtney. Between the three of us, we'll be the ones corralling the troops this year, as well as a number of other hangers-on and volunteers and wives who reluctantly practice their patience with us over the weekend.
Yeah, so cool. And so who was the one that sort of came up with the River Run idea and concept? What's the background of that?
Yeah, so Mike and I together just had a chat about it a couple of years ago. There used to be not an official backyard ultra, but a mini 24-hour one that ran on the backyard format in Hawke's Bay called Outfoxed. That ran for a number of years up in Homoana, up in Hawke's Bay proper, for a few years, up until a couple of years ago. 24 hours, people could show up and stop-start when they liked, sort of thing. But that event came to an end. Mike and I had participated in it for a number of years, and were helping out towards the end there with it, and knew the organisers pretty well. So when we knew that they weren't going to continue anymore, we thought that Hawke's Bay needs something. The running community here and nearby needed something, so wondered if we could put one on ourselves, and did a bit of thinking and planning, and came up with River Run in Central Hawke's Bay down in Waipukaro there.
Yeah, pretty cool. And Waipukaro is that's where you live, eh, Kendall, or right near there?
Yeah, so I mean, I jumped on board the first year as a runner, and then offered my assistance afterwards, because it's literally in my backyard, and there's nothing better than running an event in your backyard. So it's about 12k from home. It's a lovely piece of ground that our local run club runs on all the time. So we use a few of them to help out on race day with crewing and other support jobs as well. So it's pretty cool to be local and be part of it.
Yeah, cool. And so last year, I think that's sort of I did know of it going on the first year, and then I feel like last year was when it really came on my radar. I remember you, Kendall, you were like, I was like getting FOMO looking at the socials like a couple of weeks before the event, and Kendall was like, "Oh, I can give you a free entry if you want." And I was like, "Oh yeah, man, that'd be really. Oh, that's so sweet, man. That's so cool." And then I realized after that it's a free event.
Yeah, but I mean, it was certainly grown a lot. I mean, Josh has done a really good job on the socials, getting it out there, and it's quite funny. It's quite tongue in cheek. We don't like to take ourselves too seriously, but at the same time, once those runners start lapping and we get into the serious end, we had some pretty cool people last year, and there's some pretty epic people turning up this year, which will push the event. But also remember that first 12 to 24 hours is just a whole lot of locals doing some pretty amazing stuff, people PBing and getting amongst it. So that's pretty cool too.
That's what really got me about it, is the fact that it was a free event, and that I like the prize money thing. Like, there's a prize money, and that's just a cool thing. Like, whoa, so it'll attract some folks that want to go deep. But I also really liked the fact that I think because it's free and a local run event, there were kids showing up, doing a lap, people showing up, doing a couple of laps, and so it's something that anyone can participate in, which makes it very attractive.
Yeah, that was the big driver in making it a free event. Absolutely. We had a number of conversations about that in the early days, figuring whether or not we could put it on as a free event. We always wanted to, and that was just to make it as kind of accessible and inclusive as possible. We know that there's a number of running events out there around the country, not just backyards, but all sorts of events that do cost quite a bit of money, and especially those people that need to travel, or maybe aren't too sure about jumping in a running event, that spending a fair whack of money to go and do something is sometimes sways people's decision, and they decide that it might not be for them, which is a shame. So we were really keen to see if we could put it on for free, and Mike and I found a way, with the help of a lot of people rolling up their sleeves and contributing their time and their contacts and their resources and their expertise, as well as the support of a number of key sponsors and partners. We can continue to do it, and of course, as well as the koha from people that decide to donate as they enter or on the day when we rattle the bucket. But so far it's good. We're free again this year. The bank account's looking healthy, and the plan will be to keep it a free event for as long as we can.
Yeah, awesome. That's so cool. What, I guess, we'll get some first timers showing up to the event, maybe first timers to backyard ultras. What can someone new expect to see? Like, what is the event base and tent village kind of like?
We're really lucky with the venue that we've got. That's basically the reason we chose to host it where we have, is because of the base venue and the access from there out onto the trails that we run on. So it's held at the AMP Showgrounds in Waipukurau, which is right in the centre of the small town there. You're a minute's walk from the swimming pool and the playground next door, and
cool.
The couple of dairies and supermarkets just down the road for crew to get what they need, and cafes and so on. We've got a large grass area with lots of tree cover, a couple of big sheds, there's power, there's toilets, there's water. Our start and finish line and the corral are actually covered in a big open-sided shed, which is really handy
That's pretty epic.
If we get a bit of rain, and it creates a bit of an atmosphere in there as well with the music going. So during the event, this year with the numbers, we'll have a few hundred people in tents and gazebos, all hopefully lined up in an orderly fashion. That'll be on the team in the morning to sort that mess out. But there's going to be several hundred people there running, as well as their supporters and spectators. we have food carts. We've got stuff for kids. We've got a kids run happening at lunchtime on the first day. The sausage sizzle is going whenever we can be bothered to get it going, with free saucies for anyone who's hanging around. We run free tea and coffee. We put a feed on for the runners that are still going on that second night. Come
That's awesome.
on down. I think it's a pretty good vibe.
Yeah, that sounds like a real awesome atmosphere.
I think the other one is for the runners that haven't done one before. They've sort of understanding what a backyard's like. Everyone starts together. You mix yourself with all the black belts and the big boys and big girls. And so it's quite fun, those first few laps. You get to talk to a whole lot of people. There's plenty of time to work out what your plan is, how you're going to get round. And there's certainly some learning that goes on in those first few laps that people go, hang on, I can go a lot further than I thought here. So I think that's a really cool environment that the backyard offers. They're new to sort of ultra running. It's pretty chilled. It's very friendly. No one will ever poo-poo your idea or your goal or everything. They'll just give you ideas and help to get you along the way.
Yeah, that is very cool. Yeah. And so, Kendall, like, what is the course like? It's pretty flat, I believe, isn't it?
The course is really flat. You come up and down the limestone off the stop banks a couple of 3 times. So that's about the only vert on the course. You've got almost half the course is limestone. So that's quite nice to run on. It's pretty easy running. And then another quarter of the course is a 4-wheel drive trail. Can be a little bit rocky, a little bit rough, but you probably need a little bit of that. And then another quarter of the course is pretty much mountain bike trails underneath some pretty good cover and some willows with lots of grass around. So it's a pretty nice course for a backyard. Sometimes you might think you want a little bit more vert, but it's certainly flat. And if a big dog turns up and wants to go long, I think they can do it pretty easy. It's also just one day night loop, so there's no separate night loop, which makes it a lot easier to manage.
Yes. So how much vert is per loop, roughly?
You'd be lucky if there was 35, Josh.
I think my watch typically tells me there's 17.
Oh my gosh!
So she's flat. It's not quite a mirror, but it's close to it. It's flat.
So is this the easiest backyard course in the country, or one of them? Must be, surely.
I'd definitely say one of them. I think those that have done a number of these, and especially looking to go long, they have their individual preferences about what is right for them and what is easy for them. I know myself, a little bit of variety is good. So some people may like a little bit more vert, but certainly no one is calling out for lots and lots of hills or lots of tar seal and those sorts of things. So we're pretty blessed with a flat course on runnable trails, relatively easy on the body, a good amount of shade, a nice time of year to be running the event with the climate. That's definitely one to go long on.
Very cool, very cool. And so what have we had in the last couple of years in terms of folks going long? I think last year was a couple of 100 Ks, wasn't it? Or there or thereabouts?
Yeah, 37 yards took it out last year by Fiona Hayvice. Someone will do the maths on that shortly and tell me what the kilometres are. 30 yards is 200, so 200 and something kilometres that Fiona ran there, with Katina coming in second, so females first and second last year. The year before was 28 yards, was the winner for Chris Newson, Chris of His and Hers. Yeah. So there's some good tallies there. There you go, 248. Some good tallies there, but certainly the course is able to handle a whole lot more, and we think this year, based on who we've got signed up, we've taken an extra day off work, put it that way.
Just took a whole week's leave, you got to recover as well, eh?
There's always that chance that happens in a backyard, unfortunately.
Yeah. So who have we got in the field this year that you expect to sort of go, push the limits out?
Oh, jeez, I hope they're not going to bloody blush and get embarrassed if I start naming people, and I also don't want to miss anyone. But and look, I can't proclaim to know the lap tallies of everybody that has registered, but we do have 2 New Zealand team members on the list.
Nice.
Glenn Tomlinson from just up the coast here is coming down. And I believe he has run 69 yards before.
Well,
Which, yep. So that would put him at the top of our list. Jane McAlpine is coming. Trying to twist her arm at the moment to go long. At this stage, she's coming to support her son, which is really cool. But it'd be really cool, I reckon, if she supported her son and then ran an extra 50 yards after that. So we're trying to twist her arm there. You're welcome to help. Sorry, Jane.
she might be feeling fit, you know?
You maybe.
Yeah.
No, she's amazing. So she's coming anyway, and even if she's not planning to run super far, it'd be awesome to have her there. Sharing her background.
There's a bit of a dark horse from CMF that might turn up that could go long too.
Yeah, I've heard about some old fella doing his first one.
Yeah.
Blake Szymanski, I think, is one to watch.
Absolutely.
He ran last year. I can't remember where he ended up finishing. Well, fast it was in the last few anyway. He was there till near the end, and looked pretty fresh when he decided to pull pin, and he's done some pretty impressive things in the ultra running scene since then. And he's got a pretty handy coach. So yeah, Blake is one to watch. Ryan Haddle is one to watch. But look, the chap that won MASH, he's coming.
Oh, wicked!
He's just amazing, and I think this course he'll just love because he just trots along and doesn't look as though he's doing anything all day, you know.
Yeah. So no, we look, there's some amazing people there, but again, who knows who else is in the list that we're not aware of.
Well, yeah, and there's always like some new ones, that come out that you haven't.
That's it.
Been under the radar and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we've seen it happen at backyards across the country over the last year with newbies showing up and beating some of the big names, and yeah, it's amazing, and that's what can happen in backyards, right? The nature of the event means you don't have to have the best running pedigree in the world to show up and do well. You need to be able to run, but a bit of grit goes a long way.
Yeah, well, that's a deep field. That's a deep field that you got there.
Yeah. No, we're really pleased, So yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, awesome. And so, what's some tips for like first timers showing up, Kendall? Like what to bring? Like, yeah, just general tips for people running their first backyard ultra.
Yeah, sure. I think the first thing you need to do is be prepared to fuel and look after yourself for the distance that you're going to try and run. So make sure, if you're going to go deep, you need someone else there to help look after you. Outsourcing your common sense is a common phrase. So bring enough fuel, bring enough containers of water to carry around the course and to look after yourself. Make sure you've got something warm, something to keep you dry, a chair to sit on if you're not going to bring a big flash gazebo and set up, that you've got something to sit on, something to get your legs up off the ground and have a decent rest. And if you're going to go further into the night, just a jacket to keep you warm, a raincoat to keep you dry if it starts raining, and just do all those little things to look after yourself and making sure that you're eating constantly. If you think you're going to go deep into the night, if you don't start eating from the first yard, you're probably going to end up under fueling yourself and falling over. If you are planning on going for more than sort of 6 or 7 hours, definitely bring a gazebo or some cover of some description that you can put all your stuff under, keep your water cool and your powder dry. That's probably a must. And I think the biggest tip is don't underestimate what you're going to be capable of doing. You'll be in an environment with a whole lot of other runners having a good time. You're running probably slower than you've ever run before. So your potential to go a lot further than you think is right in front of you. So just be prepared. We will have some stuff at the event where we can help out with a little bit. There'll be some people running around that might start crewing those that underestimated their crewing requirements. We've got plenty of goodies fuel wise to to get you through a few more laps if we need. But if you can come prepared, that's certainly the way to do it. You think of anything else with that, Josh?
No, you've nailed it, mate. Yeah, I think your point about people not underestimating their abilities is really important one. We hear a lot of people in the lead up to these, setting goals that I would say, are well within themselves. So come with a big goal, something that's scary that you believe in, and see what can happen.
Yeah. And that's sort of my plan, not to throw a big goal in, but to sort of reassess my own personal goals based off my lack of training and preparation that I've been getting in. So arriving with a bit more of a chilled out vibe, open mind, to then be available to help others and crew after I've had a bit of a run. That's something I
because it's not a
really
because it's not a race from the traditional sense. The run can come back to you and come to you because you're not needing to go particularly hard or particularly fast. So I think that's what a lot of people forget. In a point-to-point type run, even if your longest run might be 30k and a long weekend and you think that's tough, you're going to go a lot slower than that. Everybody will be around you and you'll start feeling better again, and the race will come back to you. So don't sell yourself short and not come prepared, because all of a sudden you'll look at it and you go, there's a missed opportunity here. I could have done another yard or another 2 yards or something quite epic.
Yeah, becomes so mental, doesn't it? Like once
It's
you've been
all
going
mental.
for quite a long time. Yeah. Awesome, guys.
It's a shame, actually. I'd love to run River Run again now that I've had some experience at these things, and I'm sure Josh would like to have another crack too. But I tell you what, it's pretty epic being part of the event crew and seeing everybody achieve their little goals and knock off milestones, and their smiles, with a DNF picture, and there's just smiles ear to ear, super stoked that they've done something that they never dreamed possible, and that joy of missing out is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard it here first. Kendall's running River Run next year.
Oh, yes.
2026.
Do everything at 50.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for coming on the podcast and sharing, a bit about River Run and what we can expect coming up. And did you want to finish with anything there, Josh?
No, thanks for having us. I'll just thank a couple of our partners that help us make the event happen. So we are a Napier Harriers Running Club event brought to you by Shoe Science Havelock North, partnered with the amazing team at CMF Run Coaching. And then there's a whole bunch of other people that help us put the event on and give us a bit of coin and give us a bit of product to give away or to use on the day. So we're really grateful for the support of everyone.
Awesome, mate. Well, I look forward to seeing you guys in a couple of weekends.
Awesome, man.
Awesome, Chris.
Awesome, man. See you soon.